Hello guys, what's up? And in this video, we are going to learn how we can create our own fake API with the help of JSON server. So JSON server basically allow you to create your own fake REST API with less coding. Okay, I mean with a zero coding basically. Almost you don't have to write any code to set up your own backend. So this JSON server is helpful for those people who don't know to set up the backend server with the help of Express, Node, Mongo. So this JSON server is basically for those people who don't know to set up the server. So in the JSON server, you can do all kind of operations like get, post, put, patch, or delete request. So you can make all these requests with this JSON server. Okay, and with the help of this JSON server, we are going to build a CRUD application. So this CRUD application we are going to build with the JSON server, in which we are going to see all the route. Basically, all the route means this all get, post, put, delete. This all operation we are going to perform with with the JSON server in our React CRUD application. So I'll give the demo of this application. So user can enter any name. So like Kevin. So you can enter any name, and you will get a nice host message, and you will also get a loader while deleting the item from this application. So if you click, like if you delete this one, you will get nice loader as well as the host message, and you can basically update the value as well. So you can make gen and submit. So this is the way basically we are performing all the CRUD operation with the help of this JSON server. Okay, so let's start creating this CRUD application with the help of JSON server. Okay, so first we will basically implement this JSON server. Okay, so I am in my desktop and I am creating one empty folder, and I am giving this name like React JSON server. You can give any name. So I will just open this folder in my VS Code. So I will open this folder in my VS. So as you can see, I have opened that empty folder in my VS Code editor, and I will create first a folder here. So mkdir server. So I will set up the server, and I will go inside this folder, cd server, and I will create one empty package.json file to install that package with the help of npm JSON server. Okay, so we have created the empty folder. Okay, and inside that we have created the package.json file. So we will install, first we need to install this JSON server globally. So npm install JSON server. So JSON server, you can see um, we have added that dependency. And one more thing we need to install. 1 second. Okay, so we have installed that. Okay, now we need to write one script here. So I will add server, and I will write the command to start the server. Watch db.json. So we will create this file, okay, and I will listen that server on the port 500. If you don't specify the port, then it will run on 3000 port, so it will get contradict with your React port when you start running the React application. So that's why I'm specifying the other port. Okay, now, and I think we have to add that JSON server this way actually. See, okay, so we have added that JSON server here, and we need to create that DB file. Okay, sorry, not here, not inside the node module, here in, so db.json. Okay, and for now I will put some dummy data, okay, so that I can show you in the browser. So I will put some dummy data. So it will be like your ID. So ID will be something one you can give, and name James, and I will copy couple of times. I will copy couple of times. So let's change the ID. And this will be Jane. Okay, so now I will run this server. Okay, so let's see, npm run server. Now you can listen your URL here, so you will get the data whatever we have written here. So I will go to, and you can see that we have got our dummy data whatever we have mentioned here. Okay, and you can also access the data like this way also, like if you want the data based on user, so you can give one, so this will return. So that will, this thing we will do in our React application, so don't worry about that. All operation, that get, put, delete, post, so all operation we will be dealing with the React application. So we have set up the server. Okay, now let's set up the um, our front end. Okay, so I will create a React application, create React app. So I will main name at CRUD front. So it will create it here. Okay, so I will back once this install that our application. So as you can see, our React application got set up. Okay, so we will move into that directory, CRUD front. I will clear out and see the. So before I start, let's first install the necessary package that required to build that application, CRUD application. So I need first React router DOM. I need and design, and I need and design icon as well, and design icons. I need access to interact with our JSON server API. Then we need React Hostify to implement that host notification. So React Hostify, and I think that's it. So our server is running in this terminal, and our React application will run in this terminal. So it takes some time to install those packages. So I will back once it installed. As you can see, our all unnecessary package got installed. So let's come to the index.js file where we have to import the and design CSS file. Okay, because we will be working with the and design component. CSS, and we need one more thing. So we need like bootstrap here. So you can go to this link and just copy this link. We need this link, the second one. Okay, and come here and go to index and just paste it here. Okay, so now we have done with the basic setup. So we have imported the CSS file, plus we have also placed our bootstrap styling in this folder. Now we will create one folder here. So not here in the src. So I will give that name CRUD, and let's first check whether everything is working fine or not. So I will remove this content, and I will give that CRUD some h2 CRUD with JSON server. So I will do npm start. So I will close this one. We don't need the reference. And meanwhile, You can also go to that localhost 5000. So you will get like this access message, like you're successfully running JSON server. Okay, and you can perform all this operation like get, host, put, patch, delete. So this all operation you can perform, and you can access the resource which we have defined in our db.json file. Okay, so now our application is running. Okay, so let's start implementing the CRUD application. So first file will be api.js, and second will be render.js. Third will be we will have one small home component. So for that we need one file. We will also be showing the loader upon creating, deleting. Okay, so and we will have one more file update to update the data basically. Okay, so first we will put one route. So one by one functionality we will be implementing. So the first route is to get all the names. Okay, so export, and one more thing I forget, we need env variable. Okay, to because in this is the secure way to define your backend URL. So it must start with React app. After that you can give any name. So I will give React app API, and I will paste this file. Okay, not file, that URL, so that we don't have to every time write this this whole URL. Okay, we can access using environment variable. Okay, so export so get all names. So get names, and I will be using async await, and return await access get, and process.env, and React app API. This is the name we have given in our environment variable. Okay, so this URL is returning all the data. So we need all the name first. So we will display the name first. Okay, and meanwhile I will be working on this home component. Okay, so let's first create this home component. So const, so I will give form element component name, and it will receive some props. Okay, so it will receive handle submit name and set name. So form on submit, it will receive handle submit div class name form group. So I am using and design component here. Placeholder. Name value will be name. So the input width will be like 50%. Autofocus and required. After that we need one break and we will put some button. So for that we will be using bootstrap class name. So btn primary and I will give margin top one and the button name will be submit and this will be a danger and this will be a cancel. Cancel basically just empty the input field if we have some data in the input, so it will just clear out that one. So set name, it will just make empty, that's it. And I think we have done with our form component. So this is the basic home component we have created. Now we will be working on the loading component. Okay, so and design, and from and design we need a spin space const loading. So it will simply return, so I will just use parenthesis space size middle spin, so size will be large. So this is the basic loading component we have completed. Okay, now let's start working on this index file. Okay, so what we will be needed for, so we need use state and use callback, so not use callback, use effect, and we need toast from React Toastify. And we need the API. Okay, from API we need that get names all, so it will return all the names. And okay, let's start. So it will be create. Okay, so not create, just give it name crud. So we need to set the state for every input item, and we will be maintaining the loading state as well while making the API calls. So it will be false, and we need all the names. Okay, so names while the application load. So that will be your empty array. Okay, so we will be using huge effect, and in huge effect we will be loading all the names. So we will be writing this function, okay, just now. Okay, so const load names. So it will interact with this API, and we will receive some data. So let's say like name and set names and name dot data. Okay, so we have now able to load all the data. So we have to use the set names. Okay, so we need to export this one. Correct. And we need to write the return as well. So in the return, okay, let's write some code here as well. Shortcut is not working. And we need div class name call md8. Okay, so let's first just load all the data. Okay, so names dot map if we have names only, then it will load. So I will use some class name here. Border align items key. So key will be name dot id. Come to this part. So it will be list group class name. So this all are the bootstrap class name I am giving here, and li list group item. So this will be a named. Okay, give some different name here. Okay, so because we have a name in that db.json, so I will give, let's give t. Okay, so t dot name. Okay, now we need the delete and edit icon. So we have already installed one package and design icon. So from that we can get the icon. So we need edit outline and delete outline. Okay, so we need to put in span, and so on click. So as of now I'll be just consoling log. Okay, so that we don't get any error message. And the class name will be that bootstrap class name we will give, and we have to float right. And this will be the first icon, will be the delete. Class name we can give text danger, and the second will be the update one. So for update we have to use a link because it will be navigate to a different page. So we need link from the React router down. Okay, so come to here, and so once the user click on the edit icon, it will go to, so I will define the route here from date and t.id. Okay, then we will be specifying the icon. So I will just copy this one for now to save some time, and this will be a edit outline. This will be a warning. Okay, so we have done this one, and we need that input component as well. So I will be import that form element, as well as I will import the loading as well. So let's add in the here in the return statement. So here we will be add, so So we have to modify a little bit this existing one. So if there is a loading, then we will be loading the component as, okay, we will remove this one because okay, so and here we have to define for, so I'll keep the title CRUD with JSON server. You can give the class name like text center, and here we need to we have to wrap basically, and this will be wrapped inside one fragment so that we don't get any error. So, I think everything is, I think one we have extra here, okay, and we need to close this one. Let's see. Okay, now we have format this code as well. So, okay, so now we have to export this one. So we have already exported. Now, come to our app.js file. So here we have to set up the route. So remove the logo part. So from React router down, need switch and route. And from React 55, we need container. Okay, so toast container we need. Okay, and we have to import that CRUD file as well. CRUD from CRUD index. So you don't have to specify if it is using index file. Now come to this part. So first we have to specify the toast container so that every time host hire, so that we will get notification upon creating, deleting and updating such, and we will be register this route. So exact path and the component will be that CRUD. Okay, let's see in the browser. Obviously, we will get some error. Okay, so we have to come here in index.js. So we have to wrap our component with the browser router. So React router down, browser router. So let's see. Okay, so we are getting undefined. Okay, no problem. So in environment, okay, we have this one, and we are using this. Okay, server not found. Okay, okay. So let's see whether server are running or not. Okay, okay. So I think we are not able to read this file, this API. Okay, let's console log here. Process.tnp. Okay, let's see whether we are able to see or not. Okay, process.tnp we are getting undefined, that's why it's going undefined. Okay, no issue. So come to this file. Okay, so I think we need to start our server again. Let's see if that's work or not. So I will start my server again. Just close this one. Let's check whether the spelling is correct. Okay, the spelling is also correct. Let's see. Okay, now we are able to see our data after refreshing. Okay, but we are not able to see. Okay, so okay, we have to display our the input component as well. Okay, so and you can also go to your network tab, and you can see that we are making this API call, and this is the data which we have placed in our db.json file. Okay, so the first operation we have completed, like to get all the data from our fake server. Okay, so the second part we have to do. So first we have to place all the input component. So we need form here somewhere down. So now we will create names. Okay, so we will create the data and push into the db.json file. Okay, so let's bring that form element. So we have specified this of handle submit name and set name. Now we have to create this handle submit function to create the names. So before writing this function, so we will be adding the API. Okay, so export const create name async return await. So this will be the post request. Okay, process.env.cs tab, and we will be passing the body name. So we will be receiving this name. Okay, now come back, and from here API just import the create name. Okay, so come back to our handle submit. So first we need to stop the auto submission using e.prevent default, and this will be the e. Okay, now set loading will be the true here, and we will be calling this create name and passing the name create name. Then so we will be receiving response. So set loading false. So we will empty the input field, and we will be throwing the success message using toast. So this will something like rest dot. So whatever the name we will create, we will show that success message. Created, and we have to then refresh the page as well. So I will call this load name again here, so that we will get the updated list after creating the names. And in case we have any error, so I will come here and set loading. In that case also we will make false, and if error dot response status 400, toast dot error response dot data. Okay. Okay, so we have got no error. So everything is correct here. Check the form. Okay, so on change we have forget here, so we need to write the on change. Set name e dot target dot value. Okay, so let's see whether we are able to create any names or not. Okay, I will just clear this one as well. Okay, so let's keep name Michael. Okay, the toast message we are not getting properly. Okay, so let's see what is the problem with the toast message. The toast we have got from here, and in app.js was I forget to import the CSS file related to the Hostify. So we need to import that CSS file. So that way only it will work. That host notification. So we need CSS file from node module. So React Hostify Hostify.css. Okay, so let's see whether the toast notification is working or not. So okay, let's create one James. Okay, so now we are able to get that post notification. So we have covered two operations like get and post. Okay, the next operation we are going to cover the delete one. Okay, so let's write remove name, and for that I need ID. Okay, so return await access dot delete, not default, delete, and again we need this process dot env react app API, and we have to send this ID. Okay, so this ID we need in order to delete. So come back to our index file, and here we will basically remove in the icon. So as of now we have logging the console only. So this was the delete. So I will call this name handle remove, and so I will pass two things, tid and teen dot name. Okay, so let's define this function. Okay, so I will define here handle remove, and okay, so it will, we are passing two things, ID and name, and if window dot confirm, so you can make one like, are you sure you want it to delete? set loading again, set to true. Remove name. I will pass the ID only, and set loading false. Post dot error. So is deleted. So that's why I am passing the name here. And again we have to update the list after deleting. So I will call load name again. Now catch. So so if error dot response dot status 400, in that case also it will false. And toast dot error, again that error dot response dot data. Okay, so let's see whether the delete is working or not. Okay, delete, we are getting, okay, we are getting this message, and we are getting the post message as well. And let's say this is working also, so you can either hit submit or enter. Okay, so now, so we have covered get, post, delete. The last thing is update. So update is slightly tricky. Okay, so come to the update one, because for update we will be routing to the different page. Okay, so that's why I have created this link here, so it will route to that page. Okay, so let's start working on this one, then we will add the route. Okay, so first we will basically import this one, because we have to add the route here. So update, not route means we have to specify the API. So update name, so we need ID plus entire name. So return await access, put. So I will copy this one, okay, and the name will be going in the body. Okay, so and also we need the ID, means we need single name also when you click on that. So single name in the sense like that, whenever you are updating any uh, name, so that input filled with this value. So for that we need that API to return the single user based on the ID. So we have to write for that route as well. So this will return the single name with whenever we pass the ID. So the same thing will be, you will get to know when I will implement this one. So this will just return the single name based on the ID, because the input field could be pre-filled that value. So what I mean, so if you want to get the data for the ID number one, so you have to give just 1 year. So you will get that once again. What happened? So suppose you want the only the Jane, okay? So you will provide the three, okay? So you will get the name of Jane only with this user ID. So that we need in the update. So let's start working on this update. And we need again use state, use effect, and toast we need. One second. And from API we need update and the update name and get the single name. First update. So we have to again specify some internal state and loading, select loading. Okay, so use effect we will run. So whenever a user come to update, so we have to load the name, okay? That single name based on the ID. So we will define const load name. Okay, so we need something from here. So this route is going to register. So if route is registered, then you can destructure history and the match props. Okay, we need this. Okay, because here we are mentioning the ID in the URL parameters. So with the help of match, we will get that ID. Okay, so get name. So get name accepting the ID. So match dot params dot id Then so you can give any d set name d dot data dot name. Okay, and we will return here. So class name will be container fluid. Again we have to specify class name row. Call. So if there is loading, so I will use that component. Else there will be date name. So and here we need that input. So input accept handle submit prop and name set name. And let's define that handle submit for now, so that we don't get any error. So let's register that route first. So we need to update port update. Okay, so this will be update id. Okay, so let's come here. Okay, so okay, let's go to edit. Okay, we are not getting the names here. Okay, 1 second. So name is missing. So match dot params id we are not getting. First make it call md8. So let's first console whether the param we are getting or not. So we are getting this one, okay. React does not recognize the handle submit. Okay, so name we are not able to see. So let's see whether we are getting the name or not. Okay, we'll go back. Okay. Okay, so name we are getting, but somehow we are not getting the name here. So we have to go to component. So in component, we are passing the name and set name we are also giving. Okay. Index, okay. We are passing the ID, okay. This is not needed. So we can remove this one. Okay, so let's see again if that causing the issue. No, we are not getting the value here. But it's setting the state properly from the API. Okay, something. Okay, we have it automatically import from and designed. So we need form element here. Okay, so then only it will work. Okay, so now you are able to see that name. Okay, so go to Michael, you will see the name. Okay, so actually we are using the custom form component here. So forget to import, and it import the input component from the ant design itself. So that already we have implemented here. So that was the issue. Okay, so now we need to update that name. Okay, so we have to write the logic here. So e dot prevent default set loading will be true and update name. So we will be passing match dot params dot id and parameter we are passing. So as you can see in the API ID and name we are passing. Then It's loading for set name post.success. So, and after successful update, we will push to the home page, basically our, and in case of error, that loading will false, response dot status and toast dot error. So just remove this one. We need E, okay, no problem. Okay, so let's see whether update is working or not. So I will go back from the start and I will give the I will update the name from Jane to Janie. So it's updated. So we have covered all the operation with our Hey KPI, get, post, put, delete. So we'll do once more all the operation. So here we are able to load the data. Okay, now we are able to create the data as well. So Gen is created. Now we are able to delete the data as well, and we are able to update the data as well with our Hey KPI. So I hope you have understand this JSON server to set up your own backend. If you don't know the Express, Node, Mongo, SQL, so you can set up your own server with the help of JSON server. So I hope you learned a lot from this project, and if you like my video, then please press the like button and subscribe the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.